Resolution. May I read the law for the benefit of the members in the body? National Electrification Administration, Section 4, Paragraph E, verbatim, to quote, supervise the management and operation of all electric cooperatives. In relation to that, Section 58B, IPIRA law, you will see whether or not there is a word control. IPIRA, Section 58B. If the citation of the producer is correct. Section 58B. Section 58. Additional mandate of the National Electrification Administration. NEA shall develop and implement programs. Paragraph B. To strengthen the technical capability and financial viability of rural electric cooperatives. Let's letter A muna. May lahat ito. Letter A. To prepare electric cooperatives in operating and competing under the deregulated electric market within 5 years from the effectivity of this act, specifically in an environment of open access and retailing billing. Letter B. To strengthen the technical capability and financial viability of rural electric cooperatives and to review and upgrade regulatory policies with a view to enhancing the viability of rural electric cooperatives as electric utilities. Honorable Jen Gakal, you have the floor.
Yes, Mr. President.
I read the both law.
Yes, Mr. President. The NEA has issued an IRR, and it says there, can I please have the complete details of the IRR?
Section what of the IRR?
Section Rule 4.
Rule 2? Rule 2. Rule 2.
Rule 4E.
Rule 4E.
Yeah, Rule 4E.
Rule 4E.
E.
This is step in rights. Okay. Rule 4E, it says, to quote, to protect the interests of members, consumers, and the public in general, the NEA shall have the right to intervene to ensure rehabilitation, financial turnaround, and viability of ailing electric cooperative.
Yes, and there was a statement a while ago by the executive officer that Socoteco 2 is not an ailing cooperative. So my point there is no reason or legal reason for him to sit as an executive officer.
Your question a while ago, prior to that, because it was already established that it is not ailing, your question was whether or not NEA has control over the electric cooperatives.
Yeah.
And we cited the law. The gentleman, Attorney Mayo, mentioned that the provision on that aspects are the law 10 Republic Act 10531E, Section 4E. It says supervise the management and operation of all electric cooperatives. In relation to that, he mentioned Section 58B of the IPIRA law. It says here, there is no word control. Now, in implementing rules, 10531, it says here that Rule 2, Section 5, Paragraph P, supervise the management and operation of all electric cooperatives. The gentleman, Honorable Gakal, would want to ask the guests, where is the word control on those laws?
Precisely. The takeover of the appointment of an executive officer is already, they are already exercising the power to control. Because they have the right to fire and hire, everything.
So the premise is, NEA cannot appoint executive officer unless and until an elective cooperative is declared ailing.
Ailing.
Is that your premise?
They can, yes, Mr. President, you are correct. They can only exercise the power of supervision, which is the power to oversee that the subordinate is exercising its powers within the law.
Okay. The question, guys, is, may we know the legal basis why the NEA appoint an executive officer? Please.
If I may try to go back to recent history, Mr. Chair. The position of the general manager was vacated with the compulsory retirement of the former general manager, Tisesta. Thereafter, upon his retirement, the board of Socoteco appointed Attorney Ponce as the officer in charge. The appointment was contained in a board resolution. Pursuant to law, all board resolutions are supposed to be ratified or confirmed by NEA. In the case of the appointment of Attorney Ponce, her appointment was approved by NEA. Now, technically, Mr. Chair, the position of the general manager of Socoteco 2 is vacant, notwithstanding the appointment of an OIC, because there is no new general manager. Under Section 5 of Presidential Decree 1645, which earlier amended PD 269, in the interest of the rural electrification program, or when there is a vacancy in the office, the NEA is empowered to appoint an acting general manager. Now, the functions of EO Alamilio are akin to that of an acting general manager, or a general manager as that, Mr. Chair.
Honorable Gakal, are you satisfied?
No.
Do
The
you
appointment of Alamilio as acting is should be confirmed by the NEA. When you appoint an OIC, it is the same banana. You appointed an OIC, you appointed an acting general manager, it's the same banana. So, Mr. Chairman, I don't see any reason why NEA should appoint. And the question is there a board resolution of the BOD of Socoteco 2 asking for the appointment of an executive officer? There is none. Definitely there is none.
May we ask from the guests whether or not there is a board of directors resolution asking for the appointment of an executive officer by the NEA?
Before I go into that, Mr. Chair, may I be allowed to answer the same banana
Yes,
question? Mr. Chair, in reference to the position of the Honorable Gakal, that they are the same, one and the same banana. They are two different animals, Mr. Chair. In the case of the OIC, it is the board which appoints, subject to the confirmation of NEA. In the case of the EO, it is the administrator who appoints, subject to the confirmation by the NEA Board of Administrators. So in the case of the appointment of the OIC, it is merely the administrator who confirms or who approves the BR. In the case of the EO, this is an office order, Mr. Chair, under the law. It has to be ratified by the Board of Administrators. This has been ratified by the highest governing body at NEA, the NEA Board of Administrators. Now, next question.
Please.
May in the case of the Board of Administrators of Socoteco, Mr. Chair, I hope I don't offend anyone with this statement. We cannot be more popish than the Pope. The Board of Directors of Socoteco 2 has passed a resolution number 31, series of 2026, where the office order appointing Mr. Alamilio as EO, this is number 2026-102. The board resolution is number 31, series of 2026. The Board of Directors, the policy-making body of the electric cooperative, has adopted the said office order. So that settles everything insofar as the Board of Directors, Mr. Chair. As far as I can recall, yesterday, after the administrator, after this representation, read to the Board of Directors, and in the presence of the department managers, Office Order 2026-102, I asked the Board President Yap for a confirmation, and this was unanimously ratified or adopted by the EC Board, by the Socoteco 2 Board.
Okay.
Yesterday,
Yes, Honorable Gacalio, the floor.
yes, it was ratified with the board yesterday.
That is correct, Mr. Chair.
At what time?
Please answer.
Before my nose bled, Mr. Chair, about 11 o'clock.
What time?
11 o'clock or so, Mr. Chair.
11 o'clock.
In the morning.
In the morning.
So may we have a copy so we can see?
Willingly, Mr.
And
Chair.
whose side? Is this side?
For the record, Mr. Chair, this has been signed by Ms. Jessie F. Alaban, the Board Secretary, and attested by Mr. Patrick S. Yap, MPA, the Board President. For the record, we are tendering a copy of this to the Chair.
Please. Secretary, please get a copy. May I interject, Honorable Gacalio?
Okay.
Okay, sir, you mentioned a while ago the power to appoint executive officer belongs to the NEA and ratified by, confirmed by the NEA board. Am I right?
NEA Board of Administrators, Mr. Chair.
NEA
Thank
Board
you.
of
That's correct, Mr. Chair.
However, as to the appointment of general manager of an electric cooperative, this lies in the hands of the board of directors.
That is correct, Mr. Chair.
Now, the representation of Mr. Alamilio, right before this August study, he mentioned that he was appointed as executive officer and the general manager, acting general manager or OIC general manager of the what do you call this, of the electric cooperative Socoteco 2. Am I right?
That is correct, Mr. Chair.
And because of that, since he was also being appointed, who appointed Mr. Noli Alamilio?
Mr. Chair, as appearing on record, the document would reflect the signature of Antonio Mariano C. Almeda, the administrator of NEA.
He was appointed by
The administrator, Mr. Chair.
the administrator as the general manager.
As the records would show it is as executive officer.
Correct. May I ask Emilio Noli, sir? Please.
Your Honor,
Who appointed you as the general manager of Socoteco?
Executive Officer, Your Honor, I was appointed by the
The
administrator.
general manager.
No, I'm not a general manager, Your Honor, as reflected in the office order, as an executive officer.
So, kanina kasi sinabi mo, executive officer at general manager eh. Kaya, tanong.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I have read the office order
As an
earlier.
executive officer.
As an executive officer, Your Honor. Sorry.
Now, a while ago, sir, Nea, a while ago you been mentioned control. Nea has control over all electric cooperatives. But Attorney General, we could hear citing the provision of the law. 10531, implementing rules of 10531, as well as the PIRA law that you mentioned. It's basic as a lawyer like me, that if there is no word of control, the word is supervision, yet the provisions of your powers that is being ascribed in the appointment seems it is a control. May we know the legal basis now? There are provision of the law that NEA has control over electric cooperatives.
Thank you for the opportunity, Mr. Chair. May we be allowed to trace the genesis of this power. Under PD 269, it was explicit grant of power, of the power of control and supervision. PD 269. And this is martial law powers. As I heard, Mr. Chair. This is correct. Now, this was modified by Presidential Decree 1645. I guess, Mr. Chair, I was still young at the time, but I guess the power was exercised because of the grant of subsidy, government subsidy, to the electric cooperatives. At the time, if you can call it the infancy years of the electric cooperatives. So the government has to have its money, its subsidy protected. Therefore, that is the grant under PD 1645.
Okay, may we...
And then,
Please proceed.
thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair,
Sige po.
yes.
Mr. Jeff.
So you're telling us that the governance that controls the socoteco is under PD 1645.
Even in 269, Mr. Chair, it's clear that the power of NEA is supervision and control.
As well as with PD 1645.
1645. Amending.
1645.
This is a 1645, Mr. Chair, is a pocket amendment of 269. And then several decades later, another pocket amendment, which is now the product of a congressional act. This was a product of both the House and Senate, and is now your 10531.
Okay,
What remains at bottom, Mr. Chair, while 269 was amended partially by 1645 and amended again by 10531, 1645 was untouched, remained untouched. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
okay, under PD 1645 maybe, so that the public may know. Section 10 of PD 1645. It says, enforcement powers and remedies. in the exercise of its power of supervision and control over electric cooperatives and other borrower, supervised or controlled entities. The NEA is empowered to issue orders, rules and regulation, and motu proprio or upon petition of third parties to conduct investigations, referenda, and other similar actions in all matters affecting said cooperatives and other borrowers or supervised or controlled entities. If the electric cooperative concerned or other select fails after due notice to comply with the orders, rules, and regulations or decisions, or with any terms of the loan agreement, the NEA Board of Administration may avail of any or all of the following remedies: refuse to make or approve any loan, withhold NEA advances. So this act in relation to the availment of a loan. This does not speak about control. Now, may I read to you PD 269 so that the public may know. PD 269. Section.
Mr. President,
Yes, Honorable General.
the good gentleman talked about the genesis of this power control. I'd like to tell the public that this all appeared in presidential decrees. These were issued during martial law, which no longer exists. The power of control under PD 269, etc., is already amended under a democratic regime of government, 10531. And the power of control under the new law, 10531, talks about control over ailing electric cooperatives. That is the law. We are in a democracy. The old Marcos is gone. We have the junior now.
Just go back. The gentleman, Attorney Mayo, cited 1645 and PD 269. A while ago, I read PD 1645. There is no such thing as control. This is in relation to the loan, granting of loan to electric cooperatives. Now, I have here PD 269. I cannot see here control at all. NEA Electrification Administration Board of Administrator. It does not speak here any control over electric cooperatives. The latest law is 10531. It says there's supervision. Now there is a doubt. I think the Honorable Gakal is going to that direction. There is a doubt for the intervention of NEA by appointing an executive officer. Now, as of this moment, contrary to the position, it's not yet ailing.
Yes.
Please give us...
Mr. Chair, the position of the executive officer, the appointment is not based on the power of control. If I may go back to section 4A, the capital A, and section 4B, the capital B of the new law, 10531.
Okay.
Section 4A refers to the supervisory powers. Section 4B refers to the step-in rights, the step-in powers of the agency. We are not using 4B. We are using 4A, Mr. Chair. And if I may read back into 1645, the power to appoint an acting general manager resides with the board, with the administrator, subject to the concurrence or approval of the Board of Administrators. That's section 3 of 1645. If I may read into the records, Mr. Chair.
Please.
Section 5A, Chapter 1 of PD 269 is hereby amended. Again, this is a martial power, Mr. Chair, which remains effective until this very moment that I talk. By adding paragraph 6 to read as follows. To authorize the NEA administrator to designate, subject to confirmation by the Board of Administrators and acting general manager and or project supervisor for a cooperative where vacancies in the said position occur. This is the position of this representation, Mr. Chair. There is a vacancy in the position that would now bring about the appointment of E.O. Alabilio. Because we find that the appointment of the OIC as given by the board, as resolved by the board and previously approved by NEA, because that would be in effect an implied conclusion that there needs to be a more incisive supervision by NEA. This is not the exercise of the takeover or step-in rights of NEA. This is still supervision, Mr. Chair.
We will just clarify the last statement of yours. Step-in rights, is the NEA exercising now this step-in
I
rights?
said not, Mr.
Okay.
Chair.
Now, there's no question about appointment of executive officer of the NEA. All the powers are lies in the hands of NEA. What the point here is, when you read the provision of the appointment of Sir Noli
Alamilio.
Alamilio, meron doon hire to fire. These are control powers.
These are the functions of a regular general manager, Mr. Chair.
Precisely. It should be.
Therefore, he is functioning as an acting general manager here because there is a vacancy, Mr. Chair.
There was an OIC in the person of Ponce de Leon, because if that is the line of argument, I would ask Patrick Yap, Honorable Patrick Yap, please come into the podium. Please state your name for record purposes.
I, Patrick Yap, the board president of Socoteco.
Sir, will you please raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth before this legislative body?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Honorable Patrick Yap, when was the office of the general manager vacated?
Around last year, Mr. Chair, December 16.
Okay. And there was a resolution by the board of directors for the appointment of an OIC.
Yes, ma'am.
And in fact, the board of directors appointed Attorney Ponce as the OIC general manager. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Was there a board for how many period?
Until such the new general manager being installed.
Until such, do we have a new general manager?
No, Mr. Chair.
That is precisely the point, Honorable Patrick. Yep. Who appoints a general manager under the law? It's the board of directors. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yun nga sabi ni Atty. Mayor. And to be ratified. I do not know the law, where is the word ratification by the NEA. Now question, balik ko sa'yo. Bakante ba ang opisina ng general manager?
In person, acting lang po.
So meron siyang manager. Hindi siya bakante.
Mr. Chair, as far as I know, Mr. Chair, that action of ours is being referred to NEA and we have an approval of it.
Basic na po ang tanong to, Sir Patrick.
Yes po, yes po.
Meron po tayong OIC. Tinatanong ko na, bakante bang In fact, si Sir Noli Alamilio is just an executive officer of NEA.
Yes
The
po.
general manager, bakante. Kaya nga pumasok si NEA. Because what I want to project is your inaction as a board of directors. Why you did not appoint the general manager? That's my point. Was there an advice from the NEA for the board of directors not to appoint a general manager?
Nothing, Mr. Chair.
Then why is it that we have a vacant now?
Mr. Chair,
Honorable Tindido, before Honorable Tindido,
yes,
Honorable Beth Baguno, please assume the presiding.
Okay, shall we proceed? Mr. Floor Leader.
yes, Mr. Chair, Madam Chair.
Yes. There was a question before the chair relinquished the post to
May I,
me.
Madam Chair?
Yes, go ahead.
The question of the Vice Mayor a while ago, just correct me if I'm wrong, sir. Yung question is, bakit hindi nag-appoint ng General Manager?
Yes.
Ang understanding ko is, you have appointed ng OIC, tama?
Yes po, hanggang doon lang
So,
po.
meron OIC.
Merong OIC.
So yun ang klaro, hindi ibig sabihin na walang General Manager.
Yes po, sabi ko kanina, an OIC is there.
Yes, that's Attorney Ponce.
Yes po, ito po.
So ngayon, ang status ni Atty. Ponce is hindi na siya OIC.
This time.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, so ang bagong executive, what's the position again, the
Executive
Sir Noli is
Director.
executive officer.
as an executive officer,
Yes po.
he's mandated to supervise the socoteco, not as manager.
Yes po.
So can we just continue? There are a lot of questions
I would like to
that
Mr. President,
kindly recognize the Honorable Gakal.
recognize Councilor Bakal now.
thank you. There is a statement of the Honorable Tendido that Mr. Alamilio is not the general manager, he's not acting as manager. And he's not acting, he's an executive officer and not acting as a manager, which was confirmed by the president of the board of directors. A while ago, when Mr. Alamilio was on the rostrum, he told us that he is acting as manager. He is the acting manager. Even the attorney said that he is the acting manager. May we know what is the truth now?
Madam Chair?
Yes,
I
Mr.
believe-
Floor Leader.
I believe binago ni Mr. Pilio just a while ago. He just read the appointment.
Kasi sinabi nila rin na manager siya eh.
Pero binago niya na kanina eh. It's executive officer, not manager.
May we now focus our line of questioning
Yes,
to
Madam Chair. Kindly recognize
the
the
guests
Honorable
of
Milias, Madam Chair.
the Honorable Munching Milias is recognized.
But before Madam Chair, we do the kind indulgence of Councilor Milias. The representative of the administrator, can we ask questions to Mr. Ramilio right now? Is he qualified to answer questions supposedly answered by Attorney Ponce?
But before allowing our
Because I believe
president,
because Madam Chair, I believe yung ibang question is not on the appointment, it's on the status of the socoteco.
it's
Mr.
germane
President,
to the appointment. I have a question that I would like to propound
Even appointed.
to the president or of the board of directors.
The Honorable Milias, Madam Chair, is the floor.
Yes, with the kind indulgence
Before
of
we
Council.
proceed to another question, Madam President, I think we should answer the question, is Mr. Alemilio the acting manager or not? Para makalaro.
Okay, please, let's observe a little decorum here. I think we have acknowledged the Honorable Manching Miliesa to take the floor, and we'll go back to the question of Councilor Dakar, which is also proper. Councilor Miliesa, please.
Thank you, Mr. Stewart. Thank you, Madam President.
Councilor Miliesa, I am
Yes,
relinquishing
my
the
question,
chair to our
Madam
presiding
President, my
officer.
question is,
Go ahead.
in view of the increase in rates, reported or potential financial losses, yun ang na-discussan natin last absence or insufficiency of member consultation, and the sudden change in management. Sir, would you agree that these circumstances taken together warrant a full independent investigation to determine the presence of any anomaly in the administration and management of Socoteco 2?
Please answer the query.
For that, may I request,
You are the chairperson. The
yes,
query.
Mr. Chair, but with regards to anomaly, since the NEA installed the executive officer, let the executive officer do his job for that, Mr. Chair.
What's the position of the president, the board of directors? Are you amenable that you will hire independent team or to determine the anomalous transactions in the operation of socoteco? Maybe request Ivan to suggest it if you are not recognized.
Mr. Chair,
With
with,
respect to the
Mr. Chair, with regards to that matter, the NEA has an independent auditors that are now in the co doing this job.
Are you satisfied, Honorable Miliesa?
Yes.
There is already NEA intervention.
But NIA,
NEA po.
NIA.
NEA po.
NIA is not considered as a government agency.
Your Honor, NEA is created by law. It is created by law, overseeing all electric cooperatives. It has a fund coming from the Act. In fact, under 10.531, I think. How many billions? 25 billion. This is for the contract holder, therefore it is within the government umbrella. Any more questions, Honorable Miliesa?
Yes, if I am satisfied, there can be an independent investigation on this.
Let's kindly recognize the Honorable Lagari, Mr. Chair.
Honorable Lagari, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, earlier I asked Sir Noli with regards to the findings of the system of Socoteco 2 performed by the UP Diliman Professor Spencer. And according to him, the Professor Del Mundo will present to us.
Yeah, I will give him time.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair.
Honorable Lagari.
Yes, Mr. President, I think there is a pending question.
Yes, there is a pending question.
Pending question,
Please,
whether or not Mr. Alemilio is the acting manager. Mukhang na bago.
Mr. Chair.
yes.
May at that question, Mr. Chair, may I call our Deputy Administrator because he has the copy of the office order and clearly state there the functions and designation of Mr. Noli Alamito.
The Deputy Administrator, please, for the operation of electric cooperatives. whether or not Sir Noli Alamillo is the acting general manager of Socoteco 2?
I can only refer to the document, Mr. Chair.
Please.
Document shows that he is appointed as an executive officer.
Okay. Now,
If do we need it, we can submit a copy of this.
I think we did it already.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Mr. President,
Honorable Jack Natal.
it appears to me now, or to everybody, that Mr. Alamillo is not the manager or acting manager. Therefore, there is no manager now. The board of directors should now appoint a manager to be confirmed by the NEA.
That should be addressed to the president of the board of directors, Honorable Patrick Yap. Please proceed to the podium. Honorable Patrick Yap. Ang tanong muna is, bakante ba ang general manager?
Bakante daw eh.
Kailan ba nagpakante?
Last December, Mr. Chair.
May OIC tayo ngayon, tama po ba ako?
Yes, may OIC po. And then, yes,
When was the term of the OIC ended? Do not look for your classmate. You are the president.
December 16.
Who is the OIC general manager from the time of January to present?
it is Attorney Joey Ponce, Mr. Chair.
Therefore, there is no vacancy in the general manager.
Yes, Mr. Chair. At that moment, Mr. Chair.
When is that moment?
Yung this January to yesterday, Mr. Chair.
Yesterday. Did you pass a resolution, board, terminating the OIC Tony Ponce as the OIC general manager?
Mr. Chair, there is no resolution terminating of the said OIC General Manager.
Therefore, siya pa rin ang manager ngayon.
Wala naman daw.
Tama po ba ako? Wala kayong board resolution eh. So siya pa rin ang general manager ngayon. Because the position of the NEA is executive officer lang si Sir Noli B. Alamillo.
Mr. President.
Mr. Chair, whether Attorney Ponce is not already, whether Attorney Ponce is still the manager or not, and Mr. Noli Alamillo is here, appointed by the NEA as executive officer. The question a while ago, or my question is, from the NEA, is Mr. Noli Alamillo allowed to answer questions? If so, then we will continue. Because the issue of who is the manager, hindi natin kontrolado yun. That's controlled by the board of directors and the NEA. So that we can continue.
Yes.
Or else, hanggang mamaya tayo magtanungan kung who will be qualified to answer, Mr. Chair.
I have one question.
Honorable Jenga Kayor.
With the appointment of Mr. Alamillo as executive officer, my question is, who will sign checks now? Starting today, sino ang pipirma ng mga cheque?
Mr. Chair, under his responsibility, Mr. Chair, sign, countersign checks, Mr. Chair.
Therefore,
Therefore, he is allowed, Mr. Chair.
Sino pipirma?
Si Mr. Noli Alamillo po.
So, he is the manager. Ano ba? Is he the manager now? May we know. Because, Mr. Chairman, even if, assuming that they are exercised, the appointment of Alamillo is in the exercise of the supervisory power of NEA, the law is very clear. And I'd like to read. The NEA shall, in the exercise of its supervisory and disciplinary powers under this Act 10531, shall strictly observe due process of law. Attorney Ponce was removed yesterday, and I'm very sure the essence of due process is absent. As distilled in the immortal cry of Themistocles to Euripides, strike, but hear me first.
Yeah. Listen, hear before you judge.
Yes.
Sir Patrick, medyo i-clarify lang po natin. Sabi mo, wala tayong, bakante ba talaga ang general manager o hindi? Para klaro.
Yung position since I will start bakante since ang nandoon is only OIC.
So, pag sinabi mo ba lang OIC, bakante ang general manager.
As
Tama
far
po
as-
ba? Okay. At hindi po kayo, as of this time, hindi po kayo nag-appoint ng general manager.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
At as of this time, OIC pa rin si Atty. Ponce.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
How can you reconcile now as a general, the function of a general manager under the articles incorporation of yours that an executive officer appointed by NEA shall assign checks? That is only a function of the general manager.
Actually, Mr. Chair, there is a process they would apply for the position of the general manager, Mr. Chair.
Kaya nga, paano mo i-reconcile nga? Who signs checks now?
At this time, Mr. Chair,
Yeah.
because of this order, Mr. Chair, is Alamilio.
So siya, general manager na.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Madam Mr. Chair.
Okay, let's proceed to another issue.
Yes, Mr. Chair, before.
Honorable Candido.
During to that,